Hey, what's up you guys? Happy Monday. I'm Sara Lubratt. We're doing another writing vlog. So tonight, it's like 11:52 p.m. right now. So in typical Sara fashion, we are starting the video after writing group on a Monday. I ended up doing a little over 500 words, as in I think I wrote like 502 words at writing group tonight. I was feeling overwhelmed, or starting to get overwhelmed with the number of items on my to-do list. So I decided to cross some of those things off before I started writing, and then I wrote 500 words. So ultimately that was like the best decision for that use of time, just to make myself not be as stressed for the rest of the week. So trying to set myself up for success. I wrote 500 words today. I got a new plant. This is an aloe plant. He is the newest member of my little plant family. Honestly, several of my plants have died, but the important ones are still alive, which is my staghorn ferns on either side of my mirror and my massive bird of paradise, which now has 3 leaves that it needs help opening, but I will work on that at some point. And I'm working on growing this little avocado tree. So it's Monday night. I normally try to water my plants on Sunday night, so they might be a little thirsty right now, but that's what I'm working on doing. This writing vlog is pretty much picking up immediately after my last writing vlog ended, where I was focusing writing outside of my apartment for 2 hours a day and wrote like roughly 7,000-ish words over the span of 5 days. It was an amazing writing week. The last day in that vlog was Friday. I gave myself the weekend off, and now today is that following Monday. So I believe today is October 21st. I have some exciting fall things planned for this week that I'm very excited about going to. I'm also trying to still prioritize my writing, not as dedicatedly as I was, dedicatedly? I think that's a word, as I was in my last video, but I'm still trying to get some good writing done amidst the rest of my work that I have to do this week. I just knocked over my speaker. Happy Tuesday. Today is October 22nd. As per usual, it's dark outside. Shocking, I know. It is currently just about 9 p.m. and I wanted to clear this up because I've gotten this question a couple times, because 2 years ago I made a video where I said I quit my full-time job, which was very true. I quit like my 9 to 5 to become a full-time freelancer and content creator while I work towards publishing my books, so that hopefully, ideally, I can at some point be a full-time or mostly full-time author. And that hasn't happened yet, but I am working on it, and hopefully someday that will be the case. So it is easier for me to work writing into my day, although sometimes it's still tricky, just because with my freelancing I can do it whenever is convenient, as long as I'm meeting my deadlines. When I first left my 9 to 5, I was mostly doing freelancing on Fiverr, and now I'm mostly doing social media freelancing, where I make content for other people. I don't film the videos or anything, I just edit other people's videos, and that's going really well. It's really working out, so I'm not gonna complain. I think it's fun to work in fields that are different to like making writing content. So that's most of what I was doing today. I got lunch with a friend of mine, I went to the gym, and now I'm sitting down to do writing. But writing today means looking through my DE master doc, way back from draft 1, which I talked about in my what I changed in each of my 7 drafts video, where I was in Black Canyon of the Gunnison National Park in Colorado. And in that I talked about a scene of a character throwing something into a chasm, and since I talked about that, I have not been able to stop thinking about it. And so my writing tonight is going to be me searching through my master doc to find this one like scene or chapter. I don't remember how long it is, but I want to reread this passage. I was also telling one of the girls in my writing group about it, and I want to send it to her. If it's any good, it might not be, because it was from way back in draft 1. So that is my writing that's going to be happening this evening. Okay, I lied. I didn't go into my master doc. I went into my DED2, aka draft 2 organized notes document, which means that somewhere on my computer there is a not organized notes document. And as I'm just kind of like skimming over this document, it makes me want to reread all of my notes that I made for this story, which I know I probably should do at some point in time, but I also should probably do that closer to when I'm ready to start book 2. But I really want to read through this. Anyways, I'm supposed to be on a mission. I'm supposed to be looking for this one section. Okay, so a second ago I couldn't find this. I found the second half of the scene, and then I scrolled up and it was literally beneath the first half of the scene, which makes sense. But I should have searched for this differently. As much as I tried to organize this document, clearly I didn't remember what words to use. So I'm going to add in the words that I was searching to the section just so that I can find it again in the future. But it is item number 41 in this organized document. I'm so excited to read over this. So I feel like I blinked and now it's 40 minutes later. I ended up rewriting the scene because why not at this point? Just to kind of like bring it up to kind of like what's happening currently, because I wrote this in like draft 1 or draft 2 when I was trying to write DE as a standalone book. So things are not as they stand currently. So I basically went through and rewrote it and just like updated it. It's fun. I still want to use it in book 2, but it doesn't make a whole lot of sense as it currently stands. So I might try to keep this in some form and just use like part of it, because I think I could use like the first half of it if I don't use the second half, or if I just like change the second half of this. But I also don't want to write myself into something that I did similarly in the first book, which was sending my character on like a week and a half excursion to basically like go see something and then undo it by just going back anyways. And I kind of feel like that's what would happen if I use this scene in book 2, but I have time to think about it because I'm not starting book 2 yet. I say that as I'm, you know, actively rewriting scenes for it, but we're just gonna ignore that. But yeah, 40 minutes working on this project was more than I was anticipating doing, and I'm very happy with taking that as my writing for the day. It's now midnight on Tuesday. I just made the decision to get a walking desk. It is gonna show up later this week. I'm so freaking excited. My body is just telling me that I sit too much, which is fair because when I'm in my apartment, all I do is sit on my couch and sometimes at my desk, but mostly on my couch. My posture's not good. I work from home. I don't have a ton of space for a walking desk, but I'm gonna make it work because I think that that would help me solve part of my problems. I figured out where I want to use it. I figured out that I'm gonna like stack my computer on top of a bunch of books for right now until I figure out if I want to do like a detached keyboard or something. But I'm really, really excited. I'm very proud of myself for finally making that decision to get one. This is something that I've been thinking about for like a year and a half at this point, and I'm just really glad that I'm finally doing something that is going to be beneficial for my health and not sitting as much. And it gets here later this week and I'm so excited. So it's now Thursday. Yesterday, my writing time was spent applying for a creative writing class and debating about whether or not I actually wanted to apply for that class, because this is the first year that I've ever looked into the student code of conduct that this class has, or like this university has. I don't agree with what's in the code of conduct, so I've thought about actually going in and rescinding my application. I decided to apply because it's only open for an hour, and I thought that, you know, at least I could like throw my hat in the ring. If I got accepted, then I could turn it down. But now that I've sent it in, I kind of want to like withdraw. That was how I spent my writing time yesterday. Today's now Thursday. I'm headed to the gym, obviously. Tonight I'm going to a Candlelight Halloween concert, which I'm really excited about. And I'm hoping to grab some clips for you guys, but not totally sure what I'm going to be able to write today, but I am going to try and write a little bit. Okay, this is the look for the concert tonight. Happy Friday. I don't know how it got to be Friday so quickly. I have done very little writing this week. I'm hoping to later today, at least like 500 words, you know? Just do a little bit, but my walking treadmill desk thingy just got here and I'm so excited and I'm about to go get it. I'm so excited. Really struggled getting this thing upstairs, but it's here. How on earth am I supposed to get this out of the box? All I had to do was ask. Don't know where I'm going. Oh yeah, let's go. So it took a while for me to set up my walking pad because my extension cord that I ordered for it got stolen, and so then I had to wait for Amazon to send me another one, and I just got it this morning, and now I have my walking pad all set up. I'm walking, my computer's set up in front of me. I'm absolutely loving this right now. Here's the walking pad, and here's my setup. My computer is just stacked on a bunch of my Sarah J. Maas books. It's somehow Monday again. I kept telling myself this past week that I wanted to write, but in my last vlog, I had a really strong writing day where I wrote like 2,500 words, which was amazing, don't get me wrong, but I also think I like mini burned myself out. And I was telling myself all week last week, like, oh, I should write, and that just like didn't feel good and I didn't want to. And so then I kind of was just working on other stuff. Like I was just focusing on work instead of writing. And now that it's been like a week since writing group last week, I finally kind of feel like I want to write again, which is good because I'm about to head to writing group and hopefully we're gonna get some words in. Finally. Good morning. We are time jumping in this video. It's now Wednesday. On Monday at writing group, I ended up writing about 700 words. I did not have a strong attention span. I would work on my veil project for like 15 minutes and then I would be like, ugh, I don't want to do this anymore. And then I would check my email and I would respond to emails. And then I would do like another 15 minutes and then I would work on like a YouTube video for 15 minutes and I just kept switching off just because I just didn't have a long attention span on Monday. But I still managed to get 700 words, which is a lot better than nothing. Today is now October 30th. I think I'm at like 11,000 words for the month, which is less than I was hoping for. I was hoping to get like 20 to 30 this month and also 20 to 30 in November and 20 to 30 in December in order to hit my goal of finishing 2 novellas during this time span. I did have a really busy like freelancing week and then I just signed a new social media management client yesterday. So I've been very busy, just not busy with writing. Today I am also packing up to leave town, so I need to do laundry and pack, but I'm hoping that amidst working and getting ready for my trip, I can do maybe like 500 words of writing just to get a little bit more done and then I can wrap up this video. I used my treadmill desk earlier as I was working on my phone. That is probably going to be the primary time and reason that I use it for, just so that I can stay active while I'm working on my social media client work. I'm really enjoying using it. I've only used it like 3 times now, but it's going really well. I'm so happy that I finally got it. I'm sure that it will be featured in many, many videos coming up as we unfortunately move into winter, but it is now 11:17 p.m. on Wednesday evening. I said I was gonna write today. I said I was gonna try to do at least 500 words, so I'm gonna sit down and start writing. Well, I'm already sitting, but you get the idea. It's now 12:09 a.m., but I did it. I wrote over 500 words, meaning that I wrote 502 words, which is over 500 words. My veil project now sits at 16,747 words. I am currently working on writing the last day of the 72-hour time span. I have skipped over a couple areas, and I do think that this is still going to end up being closer to 25,000 words plus, especially because I need to go back in and add some more lore to the individual characters and everything. But because the story, because it's a novella, is only told from like one POV, I've found it pretty simple to just jump around, not jump around even, but just jump over those details of like her relationships to certain people, because that is something that I can go back in and add later. Whereas right now I'm really just focusing on like stream of consciousness, trying to get out the gist of what happens in the 72 hours, and then my plan is to go back through and then add in those other layers that, you know, refine phrasing a little bit, because right now it is very stream of thought, add in more insight to her motivation and build up those relationships that she has with other characters, mostly through flashbacks, memories, just like little details and stuff. I don't know if I'll actually go back into like flashbacks or anything, because that's not something I'm dealing with yet. But I'm still very much enjoying my palette cleanser project. Same spot, but now I'm editing. I know that I didn't do a ton of writing in this video, but there will be lots more writing in the next writing vlog, so thank you guys so much for watching. I'm Sara Lubratt, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!
Thank you.